guys, welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast. My name is AOT2 and you're welcome to 234 Essential. My co-host is here. Obviously, you can hear her.
Hi guys, how you doing? Ugochi the Igbo Stallion here. What's up?
Yes. And we are back again for 183rd episode, I believe. I believe this is 183 or 184.
No.
Small, we don't reach 200. God is good. God is faithful. Yes, thank you guys for listening to us. Thank you guys for listening to the previous episode. If you've not done that, you can just go and listen to that. Maybe after this episode or before this episode, wherever you want it. If you're a first time listener, welcome to the number one podcast in Nigeria. If you don't know what this podcast is about, it's just about the Nigerian experience, navigating life in Nigeria, helping you to break down what it means to live in Nigeria and the peculiarities of everything in general. Yes. And you are welcome once again. Yep. Another thing before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you want to send us a fan mail, you can send it to us at fanmail@234essential.com. Check it out. Simple as that.
And follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcasts.
Yes. And before we get the ball rolling once again, we have a new announcement to make. Now, for our fans in the diaspora who are not in Nigeria, who are in international waters, who are earning the hard currency, the real currency that we are using to level up in this economy, you can donate to us now using Stripe. It will be in the show notes. The link will be in the show notes. So you guys feel like just helping your fellow brothers in the third world is right there. Because a lot of people have been asking us, oh, they like to donate, but they don't know how to donate to us. So the Stripe link is in the show notes, and voila, simple as ABC. And it will get to us sharp, fiam. No Nigerian bank hold up. Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted to add that if you this our donation link really is really to help the ministry. It's not even about what's it called now. Yeah, it's really not about, because I don't already talk state third world. Why are you doing this? Please, we're premium people. I'm talking about third world and shit. Do you understand what I'm talking? No.
I don't disagree.
Premium podcasts for premium people. Please.
I agree.
So the donations really is just to support the cause of what it is that we're doing. If you love what we're doing at 234, in fact, funding helps the business grow, basically. Right? So
since we're not in Tinubu's budget, so please,
we need
the money to keep the. I wish there was a ministry of podcasts. We're not going to reach our hand because if I don't chop all the old money.
I swear down. And just to remind everyone listening, if you haven't listened to Adults in Blues, please go back, listen. Very important, so that you can know what's going on. So you can know how we are not involved. We're not a part of Tinubu's budget for the whole of his tenure. In fact, to be very honest,
at all.
Maybe they say they don't suspend the student loan where they won't give people before. Indefinitely.
Are you a student?
Suspension.
Are you a student?
See, God forbid, let me go back to any school right now in Nigeria. It never shot for me.
You're saying to pass, you have to buy my book. You have to buy my textbook. God forbid that. I can't do that thing again. I bet.
Because the wahala that somebody is already facing in the country as a full adult, and how difficult it is to study. You now go and still struggle to go and do your masters in one Nigerian university. Maybe they still use Nigerian problems. Press your neck. God, I beg. See, all our master's students that are studying, doing any sort of educational advancements in Nigeria, and you're doing it in the Nigerian university. Diribosa for you, because after you now, you are still you. No way.
Will not try.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I used to have friends that went to go and do their masters in Unilag. By the time they even finished, plus the weight that they did not have, plus the water weight, plus everything, reduced, rapid reduction of weight. Because they suffer. Not that you see bribe people one or two. Let's not even take that out of the way, right? It's not easy.
Yeah. Let's jump into fan mail real quick. We have one fan mail. The person didn't say we should say his name, so we're just jumping into it. Hi, my faves, purple emoji, 4 purple emojis. Hope you are good. Ugochi, I hope your event went well and you are now in a better place. We'll talk about that. There's an update on that.
Yes.
Yeah. AOT2 CBIC Presido. I think you should reach out to Pluto Presido so we can expand the mission to Pluto and start planting parishes across the Plutoverse. Yeah.
I agree.
Say. Yeah, definitely.
Yay!
Definitely.
That's my Presido.
Say.
See the way I'm happy.
Thank you very much for the pod. It has been a great help to me since I started listening. God bless you guys. To my rant, I had a conversation with an older friend I respect so much, and we were talking about my relationship with another female friend. He was asking why we're not dating since we both liked each other. I told him the reason we're not dating is because she, female friend, wants a guy who has his life figured out in a way and doing okay financially. Also, she's looking to get married within the next 2 years. I, on the other hand, I'm still trying to figure out my life, and to be honest, my financial state is a mess right now. So I prefer to be on my own right now, and I don't plan to get married in the next 2 years. I'm just 24, starting my career. The baby's 24 too. My guy looked at me and said I'm not serious. He doesn't think I'm ambitious because why do I think I can't be financially okay and have life figured out and figure out what I want in life within the next 2 years? I replied, I know that is possible, but there are other things. I need to do like my master's, and he said I'm just looking for excuses. I don't believe things can change that fast for me within that short time. Now, my main question is, what does it actually mean to be ambitious? I know I'm ambitious, but in a laid-back kind of style. I like to take it a day at a time. There have been times when I have felt I was too relaxed, not doing enough, or just unserious about my life/career. But I know I'm working towards my goals. I finished NYC last year. I got a job in the city where I served. And now I'm just starting my career, but I feel stagnant. Maybe because my current job doesn't challenge me enough. By the way, I'm doing what I want and the career path I've pursued since my second year at uni. I'm actively looking for more opportunities to improve myself and financial status, but I'm not going beyond my means. I like to take calculated risks, so it might seem I'm not taking any risk. Final question. Are people's opinions about how ambitious you are subjective to the amount of information about your ambition you share with them? Thank you very much for reading my rant. I'll be in the comment section, LOL. Also, help me ask the tribe if anyone has a laptop to give out or where I can buy and pay in installments. All right, please, anybody wants to donate to this young man, just hit us up in the fan mail and or anybody that knows where they can pay instrumentally for a laptop, is all good. Now to the meat of his email. His friend said he's not ambitious enough, right? I don't know about you, but
I feel like before you go into this really deep, I really want to hear your perspective on this because it sort of like also borders around. It comes off the heel of the conversation we're just having before we started recording.
The hell, come on, the hell. Thank God, say we go school. Come off the heel of the conversation. Now, Nigerians just throw one English to you. They go just do one English. Hey, you go see. Hey.
People will say this our podcast is not for normal people. Please, I beg you, really.
Thank God say we go Corona school. Yes. Therefore, don't sell me. All right. So, what do you want me to address? Now?
I want you to address the. I first of all, I want to thank this person for this email because it be like say Holy Spirit tell you make you send this email. Exactly, do you understand? I and I were having a conversation just about this, and I think without calling too many names or like mentioning specifics, or let me not say specifics, more detail, we can talk about this even based off of what we were talking about before, right? So I want to hear what you think about ambition. First of all, I want you to answer serially like this. What his older friend told him about about the advice his older friend gave him about why does he feel he cannot get his life together within 2 years, or in the next 2 years or soon enough. Then the second thing I want you to address is what it means to be ambitious, and then probably just his approach to being ambitious. And then the next question where he asked, do you remember this flow that I'm giving you?
Don't worry, we'll do it one by one. Just give me the first one. Let me tackle the first one first.
Okay, so the first one will be, what do you think about the advice that his older friend gave him?
I think his older friend gave him correct advice. I think sometimes as human being we overestimate the journey that will take us to get somewhere.
Yes.
I've literally seen people's lives change in 6 months.
Or less.
You know, some people wake up and say, "Okay, this is the direction my life is going to," and in 6 months there is a huge difference on where they were like 6 months ago and where they are now. It's like night and day. I don't say they did anything illegal or anything. They just were purposeful with every single move they do. So I think your friend is using a little bit of hindsight to say, look, your life can change right now, especially in a country like Nigeria, that the system is not rigid, where you moving from one class to another class takes a lot of, inertia or pressure from you. You have to do a lot of harm. In Nigeria, you can literally sleep as a poor person. The next day, you wake up a millionaire. And nothing illegal. It's just you applying your stuff, So I think your friend is actually right. Sometimes we should change ourselves. We think that, the journey to the mountaintop is like, the Israelites when they follow Moses into the desert, and they have to wait how many 40 years for them to get to the promised land. We sometimes overestimate, and sometimes we overestimate what is in us as people at the end of the day. I think sometimes we see the obstacles as larger than life. We see the demons that we are dealing with as larger than life. And we tend to not make them into mini gods that shackle us and shackle your mind. And that's why they say that, the greatest battle in the world is that of the mind. And once you can get that done, anything is impossible, or anything is possible. This year I read Elon Musk's biography, and I know that once you put your mind to something, you can attain it, no matter what. Even though his methods might be very, very harsh and extreme, he sets out a goal and he does it. He doesn't care who's in front of him. He does that. So ambition is a very very heavy concept. It actually moves you believe that this is what I can do. Maybe at 24, you've not just outlined your life and say, okay, this is what I want to do in the next 6 months. This is what I want to look like in the next 6 months. This is what I want to achieve in the next 6 months. You write that in your journal and everything. And you begin to make begin to outline minute steps that will get you there. Everyday steps. Maybe it's you, I don't know the line of work is in, but let's say you're in tech. Maybe you write so amount of code, lines of code every day. Or you do this every day. By the time you do a 1 month assessment, you've taken a step. By the time you do 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, you've taken a step. So basically, ambition is just, how will I put it? It's something that you need in your veins. You need to inject it. Some people are ambitious from the moment they were born. Is inbuilt, is inborn. It's genetically wired to them. Some people is their condition, the society, the where they were born. Maybe they were born in abject poverty, so they realize at a very young age they need to do that. And some people have to learn how to imbibe the ambitious culture in them. But I think in every person's life, whether you're a man or woman, there comes a time when you have to ask yourself certain questions and be like, you know what, I need to do better than what I'm doing right now. I need to take that step. There is a I would like to say best version of you, but like a godlike version of you, where you are working on all cylinders 100%, and there's where you are right now, and that gap right there is only ambition that will reduce that gap to where you are right now and that person in the future actually meet and blend. So yes, that's the first part. What was the second part, please?
Okay. So you've answered two actually. You answered what his older friend told him, and what it means to be ambitious, right? And then I wanted you to speak to his his style of ambition, where he was saying you just mentioned some things where you were like, you maybe doesn't have his life all together right now, but he can take stock to say, in 6 months, this is where I want to be, and then take conscious daily steps to, achieving that goal, right? Yeah. I agree with that part to an extent, but he himself was saying that he knows that he's ambitious, but in a laid back kind of style, right?
So that's what to tackle now, yeah.
Yeah, that he likes to take things one day at a time, and sometimes he feels too relaxed, or like he feels like he's too relaxed and he's not doing so much. Let me just add the question after that to you again, so that you can just, in case you tackle the both of them at the same time. And then he asked that if people's what's it called, opinions of how ambitious you are is subjective to the amount of information that you allow them, you share with them. So those two, you can.
So so what was the first one again? I was checking. I was researching something.
His first one was about his style of being ambitious, like his laid back.
Okay, so that's what to tackle now. Yeah. There's a video I watched a long time ago. That video keeps bothering me. It keeps pricking my heart. There's a man called Eric Thomas. He's known as the hip hop preacher. He's a black motivational speaker, and he's known as the hip hop preacher. His name is Eric Thomas. And I was telling the story of a young man saying that he wants to achieve something badly, right? And the older man took him to the ocean, and basically drowned him, like he was drowning him, put him inside the ocean, and the guy was fighting for his life. Then after, the guy just let him go, and the guy came back up, and he said, "This is how ambition is. Ambition should choke you to the point that you can't breathe, that you must do that thing, or else you die." When it comes to ambition, bro, there's nothing like laid back ambition, my guy. There's nothing like laid back ambition. Sometimes I play a visual game, right? Imagine the best version of yourself locked up in a prison, right? And you're the one with the key. And every day, you have the chance to make a step towards you in the prison and unlock yourself, or you have the chance to take a step back and make it longer. I think if you visualize that the best version of myself is locked up, and I need to take steps to unlock myself, right? The best version of myself. Once you visualize that, bro, sleep will be very hard for you. Sleep will be very hard for you. Being laid back. Now, being laid back doesn't mean you can be laid back, but underneath the surface, you are working hard. It's just like dogs. When dogs are paddling, when you see dogs on the river, you don't know they are paddling like mad underneath, but they appear cool, calm, and collected. That can be your personality. But your hustle and your work ethic has to be at a maniac level, especially in a country like ours where nothing is given. You have to do basketball to enter it. At the end of the day, there's no I'm going to enter into finesse. No. There's no finesse. The Bible says the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence taken by force. There are things you have to do there are things you have to do to latch onto your destiny, right? It means you having to do uncomfortable things, appearing in places you don't want to appear, looking a certain way you don't normally want to look like, and buying things you don't need to buy, not just to impress people, but to show people that you are comfortable with this level of wealth. It's nothing new to you at the end of the day. Yeah. And that's why the reason why a lot of people, have these signifiers of wealth is that they're letting other people know that I am on this level. And sometimes you are prophesying into your life. You have to visualize the kind of life you want. So it doesn't mean that, there's some people with a poverty state of mind. I'm just saying it. Let's some people can actually afford to buy a better watch, but they say no, blah, 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 blah. But bro, I afford to buy a better watch because I know where I'm going to. I'm going to a place where everybody's going to wear that watch at the end of the day. Also, I want to visualize, I want to create visual cues in my life to show that I am getting there. I'm not saying you should enter bankruptcy. But you have to look a certain way, and you have to hustle a certain way. And ambition is driven by hustle. And there is no Mr. Laid Back in hustle. You have to be a maniac about it. So that laid back personality can be for the exterior you, but inside of you, every day, every night, you have to hustle like hard, because money will not fall from the sky.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and don't forget the Bible says that something about the sons of kings are like beggars, and the paupers ride on horses. That is it. At the end of the day, the people who have access to wealth in this country are the people that open their mouths and are consistent. This world that we are in right now will reward consistency and bravery over say oh, now me sabi am, but I'm taking my time. Nah, nobody. The world doesn't have time for that one. The world moves very fast. Money moves fast. So if you are sitting on the sidelines and you are saying, I'm waiting for my turn, it's not like that too. You have to leave the spectator bench and enter the field. Don't allow anybody to sub you on. There's nobody going to sub you on. Nobody. Enter it and play the game. That's how easy. You have to hustle like hard. And yeah, that's it. That's it basically. As for the other question, I don't think anybody needs any kind of information to know whether you are ambitious or not.
Yeah.
You know, life is life. Some of us have cards dealt to us in a different way, but everybody has challenges. Bro, Elon Musk, the kind of headache Elon Musk has is not the kind of headache you have. If you have Elon Musk's headache, you will die. You will probably die. But you look at him, he's a rich man. He doesn't have to hustle. No, that man sleeps in factories. He sleeps in factories. That's a billionaire, my guy, that doesn't even need to go near a factory.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, everybody has obstacles. There is no person in the world that doesn't have an obstacle. It's a lie.
Yeah.
I don't care if you are Prince William or Prince Harry. You will have an obstacle and you have to rise to the best version of yourself. So it's very hard because you ascending to the best version of yourself means that you have to kill your present self. I don't mean it physically, right?
Yeah.
If you can, so the guy who sent us this email, if you can watch 2 movies, Whiplash and the Black Swan. I think it's the Black Swan or the White Swan. Please just check whether it's the Black Swan or the White Swan, and I'll give you just the short summary of it before we end this thing. Whiplash is about a young drummer. He's very talented, and he went to a school of arts where they play music, right? You know, America, that school of arts.
Yeah.
You know, so he's a drummer. He applied. He got in. And one day when I was playing in class, all by himself at night, the best teacher was there, and the best teacher just said, "Okay, play this and play that, and play something else for me." And the guy did it. And the guy was like, "Okay." He didn't tell me anything because this guy is quite eccentric. He's an eccentric guy. So when one day they're in class, JJ, the eccentric teacher just came and said he needs 2 new drummers in the class, and he picked that guy he saw and one other guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this guy's class is what they call pure discipline. You do not fuck up. So the new guy came in and he was doing very good as a drummer. He even benched the old drummer, and people were like, "Wow." Yeah. So, but the teacher now saw that this guy is cocky, and he has not gotten to the level where he has to not be cocky. He now told him to play something one day. The guy didn't get it right. He bounced him. Put the other guy. The other guy didn't get it right. Bounced him. So he was alternating between the 2 of them. He said they were too slow. At one point, he was slapping this guy. He said, "You are dragging. You are not playing to my tempo." He's for like 3 hours. They were on this. He told the other band members to go outside of the class. That these guys, they're not ready. When they're ready, they'll come and you guys can come and now rehearse. After like 4 hours, he threw a drum set at this guy's head. By the time this guy got to the tempo, his fingers were bleeding. His fingers were bleeding. He actually drove this guy mad to the point that he had to get to the best version of himself. That's the summary. It's a longer story than that, but that's the summary. Now, Black Swan is a... Hold on, please.
So, and it's 94% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
So
I think, which one? Which film?
Whiplash.
Yeah, so it's an Oscar award-winning movie. The mad teacher actually won like Best Actor, Best Supporting Actor. That's how dope it is. Even Black Swan won Best Actress. So
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, that's him. Okay. Hold on, please.
Is it Black Swan about a ballerina?
Yes.
Okay, so it's White Swan then. Black Swan is a horror mystery movie.
Okay. So White Swan, ballerina. So there is this girl, she's a ballerina, right? But she's timid, she's shy. She has the talent, but she doesn't have the confidence to do it. So one day they announced that there's a play, the White Swan play, right? Very big play. And they're auditioning for it. And it has to make, and you have to be like a very, very bold and creative character to actually do that, not even dancing. So this girl applied, right? She applied and she got the first part. So the movie is about a white swan who later turns. What do you say?
Is it Mila Kunis?
Yeah, she's in the movie, but that's not her. She's not the main actress. She's not the main actress.
the name is Black Swan, and then the thing they are going to do is the White Swan. So I just
I can't. I always mix up the title. Black Swan movie.
Yes.
So that part, right, requires you to be very aggressive, seductive. This thing. So she gets the part of the White Swan, right, but she can't transform into the Black Swan. So, and this is like horror now. We're entering psychological horror. She had to develop a character in her mind for her to embody that Black Swan. Now, what happened was that she now begins to see the Black Swan, the other version of herself, everywhere. It's scary. It's scary, right? At the end of the day, she delivers it. She gets it right. But because of the mental damage that was done to her, she actually died. She died at the end. She died at the end. She saw, I think the other part of her came out and stabbed her or something very weird. But those two movies are correlated because it shows you how much you have to do to kill your present self for you to get to your ideal state. So that's another thing about ambition. When you see like a lot of ambitious people, they say that, man, they lost a lot of friends on the way, they lost a lot of people because they could not do what they had to do. They could not just be on that level anymore. They had to rise beyond that at the end of the day. So everybody has obstacles, my guy. I'm sure your reasons are legitimate, but at the end of the day, life is a result-driven business. Nobody cares how you got there, as long as you get there. Simple. If you want the gold medal, you have to work for your gold medal. Nobody wants to know if you're born in Nigeria and in Nigeria there's no light or anything. You have to hustle. So thank you for my psychology class 101.
Are they clapping or they are not clapping?
Let me put clapping. Let me put clapping effect. Hold on.
I swear.
Where's that clapping effect?
Now.
Yeah.
That's the daddy's GO CBIC, Esquire #1, giving us life hacks, tidbits, and everything else in between. I love that. I really found it interesting the way you broke that down.
Yeah. Sorry, I have to add something. In Whiplash, the guy broke up with his girlfriend because the amount of time he needed to practice for him to be great, it didn't allow him to have a relationship. So he broke up with his girlfriend. That's just the crazy thing. In case you can't get your hand on a movie, there is a YouTube video that analyzes both films and what they mean. If you can get it, just type Black Swan and Whiplash and it will come out. It does a great analysis. Black Swan is more about the dangers of you going after what you want by any means necessary, and Whiplash shows you the positive side of it. So you can learn all about that. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you want to do lecturer at some point. You'll not be a lecturer at some point in your life.
I don't have the patience to be a lecturer. I've said it.
I know that we have this conversation all the time, and
maybe I can be a guest lecturer. I just come in once in a while and just this is how I should go. But that's ambition is mad. Ambition is so bad that even your spouse, a lot of ambitious people are divorced. That's the truth. That's the truth about it. I was reading about how they made the iPhone. They said Steve Jobs created a team that could not even afford to go home for 2 days. At the end of the day, most of the people in that team ended up divorced because they were working on the iPhone. And Steve Jobs was giving them the most stupid deadlines, crazy deadlines. Ambition drives people mad. Something that you should do in 1 year, he'll tell you have to do it in 4 months, and it has to be delivered. So you just have to. Some people were sleeping in the office; they didn't even shower for days. It's insane. Yeah, it's insane.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I like the way you broke it down. It's very important. When you were speaking, I was just thinking about what I would if this person is 24. What will I tell my 24-year-old self right now about what I wanted to do with my life?
I wish I could go back in time.
Man, I don't wish. Let me not lie to you. Personally,
the funny thing about life, you can start anytime. You can start anytime. There are actors who started at 60. There are authors who started writing books at 70. It's just you waking up and just say, Omo, it's go time.
Exactly. So see, as you were speaking, I was just like writing some things that I've learned over time, and just also agreeing with some things that you've also said, right? And just like also thinking about what I would tell like my 24-year-old self. So recently something happened. I really love your breakdown, Ayo. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because you gave us also something to go and think about. I'm not a movie person, but I think I need to go and watch Whiplash and
those are great movies. If you want to watch movies about life, those are the movies you should watch.
Because before the conversation started, I was telling you about how I'm very good at quitting. I'm very good at leaving spaces that I feel like don't feed me anymore in any way, and it's not even about money, right?
Yeah.
And sort of it has created also like a mental note for me, or personality for me as a person. I try not to ensure that money leads me with whatever it is that I'm doing. I have, thankfully, during the course of my career, been exposed to a certain level of money. Let me not say money, of wealth, that I'm just like, I pray that whenever wealth does come, I remain as humble and as open-minded as possible, because money can drive people crazy. It can also shut your mind. Yeah, it can shut your mind down from the possibilities that can be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just saying to myself while you were speaking that if I was my younger self, sometimes I muse to myself and I tell myself that if I knew what I know now, I'll probably not have gone to university at the age that I did, in a sense, right? Yes, it was important in that time, because you don't have anything you're thinking about. Now as an adult, you have so much to think about. But deep it, right? That maybe in those times where I was combining, say, learning some computer-based thing, or trying to fine-tune a certain skill, maybe telling better stories, writing I don't know, whatever it is that at that time I found very interesting. If I was like trying to like advance those skills, probably I would have been doing something different right now. But again, no regrets, because I really enjoy what I do for a living, right? But I think I want to say to this person, like, take as many internship positions as possible. And I say that because you really do not know where you can learn. Sometimes when money is not a factor, you'll be amazed at how much data you'll be willing to consume, right? When you know that I'm at rock bottom, there's nothing that can happen worse from this place, right? I shall manage myself. I go rough farm. All those your roughing days, right? All those internship days, those days you have the most time. Try to like learn from people who already are doing it, and you don't have to have it all figured out. During this event that I planned and put together with my team as well, but like championing it from like a planning point of view, I would tell you that I've learned so much about myself that it's just like interesting. I'll tell you one for sure. I also am from the school of thought that I'm not in a hurry. My sister says I'm never pressed for time. And really, sometimes I feel that way, but I'm the most anxious person. In fact, throughout the journey of planning this event, I said I was the most anxious person. And I'm not going to lie and behave like, oh, I've got it all figured out. It's a lie. We're all figuring it out as we go. So no pressure, really. No pressure. I do hear that, yes, when you have ambition, that's a completely different thing. But like, really, no pressure. As you learn, as you grow, ensure that for every step that you're learning, you learn perfectly, you learn well, you learn rounded enough so that you're able to go to the next place, to be honest. And the result for great work is more work, right? We say that at work a lot. Once you've done something amazing, just know that the work that is coming next is going to top the one you already did, right? So the reward for good work or great work is more work, right? So you keep working, you never stop, honestly. But I also want to encourage you to say rest is also part of the process. Don't I know it always feels like everybody's on a ticking is always on a ticking clock. Oh, we have to go now, we need to do this now. Listen, rest is part of the process. Give yourself some time. Leave that thing that is disturbing you. Just leave it where it is and distract yourself with something else. Go away from it. Spend time with family, friends. Take a walk. Touch grass. Go outside. Breathe air. Exercise. Do something else. If you're beginning to feel the pressure of trying to get what it is and you feel stuck, because you did mention that you were feeling stuck, just remove your mind from it. It's part of the process. It's only when you're resting that you can then think of what next to do. It's only when you're at rest that clarity of mind can come. If not, if you keep at it, you would have a bird's eye view on just what is in front of you and not the larger picture, the bigger picture that could be. And many times, a man's hard work, shows himself to kings and great men, really. I think there's one Kenyan quote, I've forgotten the word verbatim, but it says, if a man does good work and he lives in the bushes, the world will make a beating path to his doorstep. It's not verbatim, but like that's what basically it is. If you hide under a rock, people will find you if you're doing good work. I do understand that in this in this digital age, amplification of the work that you do is very important. I'm also learning that. I'm not great at it. I'm struggling with it personally. During the panel session at the Diverse Inclusion, the event I organized at Marie Claire, the launch event, one of the panelists, Buki Taylor, was talking about knowing yourself and coming with enough of knowledge before you can go to meet a person to say, oh, I need guidance or I need mentorship. First off, I wanted to say at that point, like, no, why am I coming to you if I have my shit together? I don't need anybody to come and be telling me what I need to do when I have my shit together. All I need really is pieces or ideas, and then I come to you who is more knowledgeable to say, okay, help me broaden this thing based off of your experience so that I'm able to understand it. That's where the advice that your older friend gave you also comes into play, right? Okay, the person is saying your life can change like this. If you keep at it, if you're consistent, if you're doing the work, you're putting in the hard work, unless really it's just as Ayo rightly said, like Africa is one place you can go to bed a pauper and wake up a rich person, legit, without going through the process of wana, right? But like, I'll just say to you, I hear you. Personally, I pray that for myself, a prayer or something I used to psych myself up these days is, I don't want to lose the core or the essence of who I am when I'm trying to get to where I want to get to. The world is going to tell you many things, but you need to stay true to yourself. There's nobody else like you, and that's your superpower. You. Everybody has their own path to greatness. Find yours and stick to it, or go that cause. Don't try to look at anybody else to say, this person is doing like this, so that means I have to do like, because if you do that, what then happens is that you lose sight of your own direction or your own path, and then you start to compare yourself to somebody else that you don't even know what is happening with them, how they're handling their business, what it is that they're doing. One thing we've learned in this journey so far is that the people who are not really doing the work are the ones talking the most many times, just like Ayo rightly said. Yeah. The people who are working, the people who are really doing the work, they don't really be loud so much because they're so busy. But the people who are not doing so much, they talk the most. But I tell you one thing for sure, let the right people know what you're doing, and you'll get to where you need to go to. I say this from personal experience and just personal thoughts and musings, right? This is what I have experienced. But find your own paths. If it is going to be like this for you, do that. Because if you continue to use somebody else as a yardstick for what you want to do, you'll be feeling stuck. You'll be feeling less. You'll be feeling like you're falling short of expectations because you're looking at somebody else. Do what is authentic to you. Do what is best for you and get that going. Rest and also learn to sit with your demons. I think this whole process for me, in fact, in the past few months, I've really just learned to do that. Learn to sit with my demons, learn to laugh with them, learn to interact with them. They are very important. Your demons are not your enemies, really. They're the guys who push you so much to the breaking point where you need to get to. This coincides with what Ayo has said about the 2 movies he had iterated on this conversation. Please, if it's possible for you to sit, just give it time. I know it's so difficult, it's painful. Learn to sit with your demons. They are ugly, they are annoying, they tell you the worst things, they'll push you wrong, they rub you wrong. See, if you can't sit with them, that growth you're looking for is not going to come. Growth is very uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. If you're growing and changing, you can't be sitting happy and pretty. You will lose, just like Ayo said, you will lose friends, you will lose people, because you're growing, you're changing. They said the only constant thing in life is change. So sit with your demons, let them do the work they need to do with you, to be honest, and then you grow through that. And as you grow, try to look for people who are of like minds as you are, as yourself as well, as such, and have them as mentors. I didn't used to understand the importance of having a mentor until very recently. And then I've been able to identify 1, 2, 3 people that I think, well, actually 2 people that I think that I want to go close to them. I want to know how they make it work. Nobody's perfect. And again, nobody has it all figured out. So find what is good for you. Be consistent at it. Try not to ensure that money is leading. Do the good work. As you work hard, more work is going to come. Face the challenges. Sit with your demons and just rest. Rest is part of the process. That's like my own small feedback to this person. And the more you do this consistently, the more you get better at it, the better you become at it, rather, and the more you're growing, and the more you're looking for new challenges, and the more you're increasing. That's just it. There's no magic. Keep an open mind. Pray. See, nothing when. If you like, strategize from today to tomorrow. If hope and faith not there, trust me, nothing is going to happen. You're really just going to be you're just going to be where you are. So keep an open mind. Sometimes the places that we expect the blessings to come from or the change to come from is not where it actually comes from. And when I say this, I also say it to myself, because it's a very difficult place that I currently am in as well. And I'm just thinking to myself how best to get out of it. I've told myself, you know what? I'm not going to think about it anymore. I'm just going to focus on what I can do every day, one day at a time, and you get it, period. Just be consistent, keep going. Keep your eyes on your own line. Don't look at anybody. Just keep your eyes straight. Do your work. The rest will speak for itself. Success will speak for itself. Speak for it.
Yeah, which got it right on the nail there. Yeah, so everybody has their own journey to go through. Some people might get in 5 years, 10 years. But as long as you know you're on the right path, you're self-evaluating yourself, you're checking yourself, you're adjusting as the journey goes, then it's all fine. You know, you probably say doing another person's watch to check your own time. So just do things according to you. The key thing is just do not remain stagnant, you know. Just create goals for yourself, you know, landmarks where you should be right now. Yeah, and it's all good. And some people, you know, they don't want to be the most successful person in the world. They just need to get to this level and they're okay. As long as you can find your bandwidth, because everybody has their bandwidth, you know, as long as you can find your bandwidth, it's okay and it's fine. Nobody's asking you to be the new Steve Jobs or to be the new whatever. As long as you're okay and you're doing fine and you feel this is your own tempo, that's all good at the end of the day, you know.
See, Ayo, just to add to what you just said, because it reminded me of something. There's a word that came to my mind when I some weeks ago, and it was there's so many ways to win. There's not just one way. So many different ways to win. You can win. There's no hard and fast. There's no definitive part. You can win any way. Authentic to you, good for you, you can win. Don't use another person's win to measure your win. There's so many different ways to win, right? So 100%.
Yeah. Okay, that was a long one. We're done. Yeah, well, that's nice, because it was necessary and vital.
I hope that when we listen to this episode in the future, that we're like, oh my God, I hope we're not saying rubbish.
I think we got it. I think we got it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to catch up time. Obviously everybody's waiting for Ugochi to tell us how our week went. We saw some pictures, saw a few photos, a few videos. So elaborate, please. Expatiate on your great Sunday event.
I'm going to need to clear my throat because I will need the moment.
Clear.
It's about to be a long one.
The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Honorable. I'm very grateful for this great honor you have given me. I'm privileged and humbled by it.
Yeah.
Okay. I did promise that after the event was done, I was going to talk about it. So I joined Marie Claire last year in October, to be precise, and one of my major KPIs was to plan and execute the launch event for Marie Claire Nigeria. Also have an event towards International Women's Day, because we are a female-led publication, and not just everybody keeps asking me if we're a blog. No, we're not a blog. It's actual journalism. It's proper storytelling. It's organized storytelling. It's the same thing as you have in our media publications like The Guardian, Vanguard, all the likes. We're a proper media company. When you think of the likes of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, all these, you think Marie Claire, right? So one of my major KPIs, two of my major KPIs were these, right? And because I joined in October, I had a really short time. I mean, as well as other KPIs, but okay, I think I should mention all the KPIs so that we'll know how the journey had started. So I was to have a certain number of PR relationships. I was also supposed to have a certain number of premium brands sponsoring the event as sponsors or within our network radar. I think about 5 premium brands. And as well, just launching the Marie Claire brand here in Nigeria, as well as an International Women's Day event as well. So I had 2 events to plan in less than 3 months. In less than 3 months. So what I had to do was, that's why I said to the person that wrote that fan mail that rest is part of the process. You know already the anxiety that had been following me from
definitely
God, right? In December, January, I lost 5 kg from not being eating properly. The anxiety was killing me. I promise you, my entire family was everybody in my house knew what I was doing, because the holiday, I spent it working. I had client deliverables. I had events planning to do. I had to think about the scale of that event. I didn't even know anything because I hadn't planned an event of that scale before, right? What I would normally do were sales activations, and those are pretty easy because you have products. But when you're dealing with services, it's evidently very different, right? So it was a new scope for me, a new place for me, and I had these KPIs to achieve. So I started planning the event. I put together the skeleton of the event, what I wanted the objective of the event was supposed, or these KPIs were supposed to do for us as a brand and as a business. And I thought to myself, who are the best people, or who are the people that I wanted to sell these KPIs to, right? If you're a business development person and you're listening to this, or a salesperson who is looking to delve into business development with a wider scale, strategic partnerships is also part of your core disciplines as a person, right? And so I'm just not as a person, as a professional. So I'm here thinking, how am I going to make this thing work? On top of that, big shout out to my editor-in-chief. She was like really driving the nail right through my brain. Trust me. I had to tell her that in this process, I have hated you and I have loved you at the same time, but it wasn't an easy time. And just big shout out to the entire team and for Marie Claire, because it wouldn't have been possible without a cohesive team effort, right? Now, just putting all of that in, the planning of that event, or the concept of the event had come from what I wanted to do with the event. So I outlined the objective for the event for myself, what I wanted it to do in line with what our our general goal or vision and goals. I think they're two different things. What our general vision and values were vision, value and goals were as a brand, right? Had to put that together. And then started to workshop how best it will happen to incorporate those two things together and still have the sort of impact that we're looking at or we're looking for. I remember the first draft, that plan I put together, I had given it the theme fashion beyond beauty, because one of our major verticals, or two of our major verticals as Marie Claire, is fashion and beauty. Marie Claire actually started as a fashion and beauty magazine in 1934, 37 in France, and so it was just that thing where I just thought, because women have now evolved beyond the normal beauty standards, I wanted to theme it fashion beyond beauty. But anyway, the core concept of the event was to ensure that we had stakeholders and key decision makers in the industries that we represent at our events, because it's always easier to follow a pyramid scheme in a sense when you're trying to execute, especially in terms of market integration and knowledge, right? If you know that your brand, for instance, or the brand, if you know the segments that your brand is trying to break into, it would be best to always start from that segment and then trickle down. So if you're looking at a Gen Z audience, you know that, you're going to be looking at a lot of social media, because and not just any social media. You're also looking at TikTok, you're looking at Instagram, because this is where your Gen Z audience largely resides, right? They know all the things that people search TikTok more than they search Google, right?
Yeah.
The Gen Z audience checks that, and I learned that from just working at GAM Sports, which is such, you sometimes you feel like you're not learning anything, but you really are, right? So it depends on the kind of the demography you're targeting. So where's their attention centered, and then you try to work it from there. Marie Claire is a digital magazine, which sort of made it also very interesting, because we're actually moving away from a lot of hard copy things in the world in general. Doesn't mean that hard copy is not always going to be king. Hard copy is always going to be great. However, people's attention span is reducing, and you need to hold people's attention. So I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, we are a premium brand. Who are the people that I need to speak to? Of course, key stakeholders and decision makers in the industries we're looking at. So how do I get them into one place? Now, this thought and this idea trickled into everything else that I was doing. Now, the sponsors who I wanted to align with towards the vision for the event, the deliverable for the event was quite simple. I didn't want anything too complex, and thankfully my stakeholders sort of agreed as well. We didn't want anything too complex. It was just something very simple for me. What did I want people to see? I wanted people to see a panel session. Also, we all just coming up the cusp of the month of March being a month for women, and Marie Claire's special edition issue, which is the power cover. The power issue, not the power cover. The power cover was what we launched. All of that with Mo Abudu as our power subject for the cover. It was just a no-brainer that we are already on the right track with what it was that we wanted to plan to do, right? So the cover had Mo Abudu on it, and for me, the event too, I also had it in mind that I wanted key stakeholders and key decision makers in various industries to be well aware of what it was we're trying to do. So it was really trying to start from the top and then trickle into the bottom. Luxury is aspirational, so who are the luxurious people you need to meet? Big shout out to Alara Lagos, my family from zero. That's where I started my career. Alara is a luxury concept store here in Nigeria, and I really want to tell people, if you've never been there, you should go there. It's such an amazing store, such a beautiful store. It was Business of Fashion's best 100 store 5 years in a row. And it's the first of its kind in West Africa and has been standing for over 10 years now. So definitely a store with that level of reputation. And also with the owner being female, it also just really went great.
Yeah, it resonates with everything.
Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, I reached out to my family, and of course, more than happy to be involved in it. It felt like real homecoming for me. I was so humbled before the experience. Big shout out to Mrs. F. Big shout out to Irene. Big shout out to the team and members of Alara. They really made the event as seamless. And then just all the other sponsors that we had, from Beef Eater, GH Mom, Pernod Ricard, Amstel Malta, Beauty by AD, Kinky Apothecary. They all came together to, bring this great event live. Having the conversations with them were not the easiest things. Reaching out to them, finding the right people, the decision makers in those companies to come sponsor that event was such a Herculean task for me. I spoke and spoke and spoke. I reached out to people. At some point, I swear to God, at some point I almost gave up. Do you get what I mean? And, I had the vision of launching Marie Claire and Alara from the jump. I never had any other option in mind. But with the passing away of Herbert of blessed memory, it just shook the family, because he was really great friends with the Alara family, and Access Bank in general. It was just like not a great time to even just be speaking about events or partnerships. But Mrs. F last minute, I don't know how she did it. Listen, no, see, Ayo, you get one word where I want to talk, but I go just leave them for now. I go tell you after. No, she came through and put her entire team behind the planning. It was great. It was seamless. It made all the work that was put in way more. I don't know. It all just made sense. While I was planning, I felt like I wasn't going to get Alara because of what was going on. It was also just that thing where, what's it called now? Where I had given up and I had started looking for alternatives, because there was also that pressure on me to find a venue, But immediately, it aligned for me with Alara. Gosh, every other thing fell into place. And I think that one of the greatest blessings for me really has been my network of people, from friends, family, just people that I'm able to have access to. My God, when they say your network is your net worth, you guys, not a lie. No, my network really pulled through for me this period, and I'm beyond grateful for everybody who showed up, all my friends who came for the event. I did try to invite Ayo. There was a little bit of a hiccup on the way, but I told him.
God do.
Oh my God, I really wanted you at the event, but things happen.
Don't worry. I went to the Oscars, so don't worry. I was busy at the Oscars. So, yeah.
Big shout out to my lawyer, Kofu. Big shout out to Amanda and Nengi. Big shout out to Somto. Big shout out to Big Sis AIO. Big shout out to Ugomoye. Big shout out to Mrs. A. Big shout out to the Alara team. Big shout out to the Marie Claire Nigeria team. Everybody who came together to ensure that the planning of this event was possible and it was successful. All the guests and panelists that showed up, that came and gave us insightful conversations. It wasn't conversations like we're used to. Big shout out to Chiamaka for even challenge. Do you remember Chiamaka?
Yeah, I remember her now.
Yeah. See, she really gave the panelists uncomfortable questions.
Like they were.
You understand what I mean? And of course, big shout out to me for the grace upon my life.
See, all this one is when are you uploading photos? When are you uploading the photos? That is one our story.
Please, I need somebody that will be helping my life. I don't know.
Because we don't believe you. We do not believe you. We need to see photos. This is Gen Z culture. If it's not on Instagram, it did not happen.
It did not happen. I promise you. Because guess what? Because of the things that I've done in the past that I've never posted. When I speak to people, they don't believe that I actually did these things, and it's really weird. Unfortunately, such a sad reality to come to terms with, but I'm really trying, and I'm really promising that this time around these pictures will come out. In fact, I'm going to release a backlog of things first. Good. And then so that it just crowns it with this, my most recent achievement. I'm so grateful, and I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the opportunities to come from this. I'm excited for the people I'm going to meet. I'm excited for the amazing work I'm going to put in more. Yep. Because see, this event, if you want a masterclass detail further on what I had to do and what it looks like, do DM me or send me an email, and please send money for support, because I've gone through shaggy because of all of this. But yeah, that was the event in a nutshell. It was amazing. Great congratulations from every left, right, and center. Mrs. F did tell me that Mrs. F said to my teammates, that to my EIC, she said, I'm such a huge fan of Ugochi. She's brilliant. She's such a star. Oh my God. Look at that feedback. You don't hear it just anywhere. This is many years after. Do you understand? This is many years after all the impact that all the work I put in at Alara, and I still can get this sort of feedback. I was so humbled. I'm really looking forward to all the amazing things that will really come from this. For myself personally, for the businesses I represent, my own practice for 234 Essential, because it's all part of my life. They're not mutually exclusive. It's all in the storytelling. I don't know how it's going to weave together to the greatness that I have envisioned, that I see, but I'm just really hopeful. Really.
You go enter.
This one way I don't they threaten me, say if I know post picture now, people no go believe me now. My heart's not they tumble. God please. Shame the people. Shame anybody that think that, see, God has already won the battle. That's all I have to say.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, moving on.
I'm sorry.
My week was not as colorful as some people's week, we just did. Yeah, did I tell you about the call I had?
No, you didn't. What did you tell me? First of all, you didn't wish me happy International Women's Day.
I'm very sorry. It's International Women's Month, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, it was the 8th of March precisely, and you didn't wish me happy International Women's Day.
My thoughts were with all the women in the world. Don't worry.
That's not true. That's not true. How is it supposed to know now?
How do you know? Were you in my mind? Were you in my mind?
Exactly. Actually, I don't know what we're talking about. If you
actually dropped something on, I dropped something on that Friday to celebrate International Women's Day, but you were not on my page. You were not on my page. You see,
I should have come fussing after it.
Okay, sorry.
Anyway, big shout out to Nana for wishing me happy International Women's Day. Of all the men in the group that we are.
Nana, you should overdo. Now your problem with that. You should overdo. All these musicians, all these artists, producers, that's what they do.
No, that's not true.
Those are the steal people's girlfriends. Those are the guys steal people's girlfriends on stage.
I promise you. Big shout out to Nana for reaching out to me and thanking me for all the effort that I put into 234, as well as all the things that I do. Wonderful. And just recognizing me as an active team player on this team, even though some people didn't reach out. This is also shots fired at Osage in case he listens to this. Both of you, you're badly behaved. I wanted to tell you, and I'm still expecting a happy International Women's Day or happy International Women's Month message.
March is still long.
So your birthday is this month now?
It's actually on Friday.
Okay, look at that. Okay, look at God now. So if I say now that I want to do what you are doing, what are you going to say about that?
I'm a man. I don't send. Look, if nobody says me happy birthday that day, I don't send. I will wake up and sleep. That's it. Nothing they happen.
Don't worry, we'll tell Nana to do video for you. I shouldn't have said that to you. That means surprise.
I beg.
I will do dance video for
Not only dance. It's makosa. Is that what's that trending? What's that trending? That trending about piano song where they were using shoulder to dance. Can never be me. It can never be me. I'm sorry.
That was the sound.
The hair will have to freeze over. Hair will literally have to freeze over for me to do that dance.
Let me tell you the truth. I actually look forward to it because I know you will soon reach there now. You don't already they do the content before you know it. Now you don't they snap finger already to change the progression. Or you're snapping finger to show some things. Before you know it's your shoulder pain. That's how you said. And there was one of your posts you put out. What are you talking about? I think one of your most recent posts. You're like, you remember, and then you snapped your finger. And something like an except in time came up. And I remember
that's something. Okay, yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I remember.
Was it the cancer? Was it that? Was it that one?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. But I know what you're talking about. Sha. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm looking forward to a dance video, Sha. I know it's coming.
Not really dance.
Now you can continue.
Okay, so the highlight of my week came when. So on Friday, International Women's Day, I dropped a video on Kia Cenat and our evergreen song Shemuriri. Yeah, I talked about it. Don Jazzy was a collaborator on it, so did mad numbers. It was good. You know, Cenat's family and son reached out to me, said thank you for remembering honoring my mother. That was nice. That was cool. Yeah, normally. So then I got a call from Daddy Shoki. And Daddy Shoki was thanking me that for remembering a lot of people that history has forgotten about. He now went on to pray for me. And I was like, wow, this is crazy, man. Like, you don't know how far what you do touches people at the end of the day. So yeah, that was the highlight of my week for me. You know, just to keep on doing what I'm doing out there, because I don't think a lot of people are doing what I'm doing anyway. So yeah, that was like motivation to continue. So yeah.
I love it. Yeah, you say your week was not as colorful.
That was just a week. What? Just a call. That was all. You know.
Yeah, proud, sir.
Thanks to Daddy Shokisha. So yeah, I expect more. Like I said, you know, more content. So it's all about Nigerian music. Yeah.
I love it. Well done, Ayo. Well
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh. Did you sample Daddy Come? Daddy Come, Daddy Come, Daddy Come.
Yeah, I've done a video about him. So that day even sent me like an Instagram DM. But later he now sent me, he said meant to call me a long time ago, but thank you very much for doing what I'm doing, for honoring, you know, people and everything. And I'm like, bro, somebody has to do it at the end of the day now.
I love that. Love that. And I'm happy there is you that is doing it. So
yeah.
Afrobeat explainer for a reason.
More is coming. In terms of my book, the writing is going on. I'm on a new chapter right now. I'm just giving you guys third quarter. It's definitely going to come out third quarter at the end of this, before the end of this year. Yeah. And I'll let you know when we are rolling it out with the whole publicity and everything. So
there you go. That's it.
It's coming out. It's coming out. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. So that's how my week went. No, nothing spectacular out of the ordinary, apart from what I just said. Apart from what I just said.
Again, as I said, you are too proud.
I'm not proud.
So now Daddy Shoki called you to thank you, and you say nothing spectacular. Wow! Because Daddy Shoki called everybody every day. Wow!
That's so.
Fantastic. I do love it. I really do love it.
Next week, what's happening next week? I'm going for a documentary premiere on Sunday. Yes, I'm going for a documentary premiere on Sunday. Apart from that, I don't think I'm doing anything out of the blues on this next week, Sha. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely see what Nigeria has in store for us.
That. Yeah, love it. Did I tell you that about one documentary that I would like to work on?
Which one was that?
Year?
No.
The one about fashion design and arts.
Oh, I think you've told me about that. Yes, I remember.
Yeah. I definitely, this year more than ever, just even recently, I had spoken to somebody about it, and I'm excited. I don't know how I want to plan it yet, but it's definitely something that I want to do, and definitely AOT2 has to be one of the people that we're speaking to. Please kindly grant me access from now.
Anytime, just let me know. Anytime.
Great. Thanks very much, and God bless.
Yeah.
Because when I start, I hope that I don't want any. Sorry, Ugochi, I'm not available. I will. It's me that will come and attack you where you are.
All right.
It's me. Yeah. Okay. Maybe towards next year, Sha, because this year, like this, it choked.
You choke it.
It's hot.
Okay.
It's really hot.
Now to X of the week or tweet of the week. This one is actually a 2-in-1 tweet. It's from popular people actually. An OAP and a Nollywood actress. So the OAP, everybody knows as Bami, veteran OAP. She tweeted, she made an observation. What do you say?
She was a panelist at our event, by the way.
For you? Oh, okay, that's cool. That's Bami.
Yeah.
She tweeted, if I talk now, pharmacists will say I hate them. How can a big pharmacy not have ordinary plaster, brackets, band-aid? Jemima Osunde, the actress, now replied, and if you check now, they will have cornflakes and milk. Smiling, melting emoji. And I'm like, it's the realest thing ever. Every neighborhood has that one chemist. Yeah, that's that one chemist that they don't have common medicine, but they have cornflakes, they have golden morn, they have Weetabix, they have Quaker Oats, they have everything. Yes. But when it comes to medicine, sorry, we don't have. Madam, my Panadol is not here. We don't have vitamin C. The only thing they have is injection. For some reason, they have injection.
Yeah, so just in case you want to inject yourself.
All I can tell you is that please do not patronize those kind of people when you are sick, or else at times too. At times too. Some of them even do abortion, under the table abortion. If you know, you know.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that conversation, that what you just said now. We have an article up on Marie Claire where we're talking about why we don't have access to safe abortions in Nigeria still.
Yeah.
Disclaimer, I am Catholic and Catholics are pro-life. However, I do believe that women should have access to safe abortions.
Yeah.
Just a quick segue to what you just said. Because as much as we say, a life, you can't take a life and because you didn't give it, I completely agree. But there are some people who are not like ready to really just have the kid. And so sometimes they're also married people, right? They're not ready to have the children. Maybe, yes, unprotected sex happen. What do you expect? Not a toaster, of course, a kid. But sometimes some people are not.
One Nollywood film, they give birth to Yam. One Nollywood film, they give birth to Yam. I think that was Karashika. I think that was Karashika.
Exactly.
They gave birth to a tuba of Yam.
Yes, that shit was scary back then.
Very scary.
I mean, is that thing going don't already talk in Nollywood because nothing happened in that place, but still. I do believe women should have access to safe abortions because all that quack shit is really killing more women than we know.
Yeah.
I do know that there are
damaging their wombs or damaging their like a lot of reproductive organs. Yeah.
These places are really quack and really, really terrible, like poorly. In fact, shacks, literally, women are going to shacks or taking harmful drugs or mixtures to try to pregnancy or use as contraceptives. I believe that we need to deconstruct the conversation around sex.
You go tell that Nigeria will do. This Nigeria.
Big shout out to my landlady. We had a conversation about this and she really did raise up that point. As much as I agree 100% to it, that we do need to deconstruct the shame and the fear around sex, just so that young people are able to understand or be more receptive to the information around sex, and also just understanding the body anatomy. I know that there are young girls who don't know how to count their periods. There are old babes, there are even mature people who don't know how to count their periods. Thank God for apps. I personally use Flow app. If you're female and you're listening to this and you're wondering what app can I use for my period, I personally use Flow app to track my period. Flow is really great because they also tell you, like, they take into record the symptoms you're feeling around your period, just so that they also able to better advise you during your different period, during the different periods of your, or the different points in your cycle, whether it's ovulation, whether it's literal, whichever part of your cycle you're in. They give you like proper up-to-date information with what it is that you have. And if you're a guy, not what it is that you have of your cycle, if you're a guy and you have females in your life, whether it's your girlfriend, whether it's your mother, your sisters.
I thought you say if you're a guy and you have your period, I say, hey, okay.
Oh well, this world that we're living in, we're seeing different things.
We can't be sure. They must have updated it again. They must have updated the OS.
So much going on.
It's not as if they tell us these things. They don't invite us to the meeting. They just come and spring it on us that this is the latest. Literally, period. Literally, period. Yeah.
And you need to upgrade with the information and keep it moving, right?
Yes.
But yeah, if you're a guy listening to this, you can, and you have a female in your life who's also just confused about it, because trust me, especially young girls who are just coming of age and about to see their periods, it could be really challenging. It could also be very scary. Flow app is great. I also use my calendar. It's also a period tracker. There are so many other trackers. People use different things. I can screenshot it and maybe have Nana add it to the show notes. I'm not sure. However, we can make that work. If you want to ask questions, you can always send us a message or an email, and I can, share the information with you, or hit me up personally. If that's not possible, I don't know, we can find some way. But find a way to track your period, understand your body better. Sometimes some people don't even know when they're ovulating, and then they go and have sex, or they don't know when it's a safe period to have sex, or
sorry, rewind. See that ovulation period? That is when women are in their demonic phase. I'm advising men, please do not touch a woman unless you always give her the during ovulation phase. Don't just say, this girl is feeling me now. No, it's our hormones that are talking. They will lock it down. But that run. They learn how to calculate these things, because after period, it will come be like ovulation period. My guy, you run. Ovulation before. I don't know which one comes first, but my guy, learn how to calculate it. Learn now, because that period, they will lock the house. They will go and throw away the house key. You're not going anywhere. You will be waiting. They will ride you like a Okada. You never know anything yet.
Oh my God. So interesting.
All those your friends will say, your guy friends say, I can't come out now. Madam is vexing that I can't come out. It's not that she's vexing. Mommy is boiling. She is literally boiling. Enough. Oh my God. Please, enough is enough. Enough. What they say, that is enough word. I mean, enough is just. What is enough for the wise? Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk on ovulation.
I love it. Oh my word. Well, I feel like different women have different symptoms at different times. I also know that the older you grow, your body changes. So also your symptoms. So it's not really written in stone. The pain. Some people have pain. Some people are sore or have sore breasts. Some people have back pain. Some people vomit. Some people go sick. Some people are admitted into hospital for their period. Yeah. Some people have serious cramps. Some people don't have cramps. Some people have 3-day length period. Some people have 5 days. What am I saying? 5. Some people have 7-day length period. Time. Different things. To each their own, right? Just try to learn your body. What is good for you? What works for you? Try to also be very conscious. Try to be mindful. try to take care of yourself around your periods or around the times when you're not feeling great. For women, there are times during your cycle when you start to feel very sad. When that sadness comes, please reach out to somebody to, just reaffirm you.
Don't reach out to me. Reach out to somebody. Don't reach out to me. Thank you.
Reach out to your friends. And if your friend is that immediate tired, reach out to him. Probably the worst that him, but you can't.
I'll just send you link to care. What they call period package. That be care period package. You can buy it. Amazing. Use your ATM. Use your card and buy it. Thank you.
Why won't you buy it though?
You're not my.
I send it to the person.
You're not my headache now. You have boyfriend now. Let your boyfriend go and buy it for you now.
So I'm not sure the person doesn't have boyfriend and the person is your friend. You will not buy for the person.
Since you're an independent woman, you will independently buy it yourself.
Wow.
Yes.
It's how we pick and choose these things.
Yes.
Wow. Anyway, I know that there are some brands that actually have period care packages.
They are actually,
I can't remember anyone right now, to be honest. My brain is really foggy. I've been working till very late. But I want to ask you a question. Have you ever bought pad for somebody before?
Apart from my family members, no.
But you've gone to this pharmacy to say...
Yes, no.
Did you mix up the colors? You spot on?
See, first of all, men have a deficiency, When you send a man to go and buy something, you need an illustrated diagram. There's a skit I saw today where the wife actually put what she wanted on a cardboard. She pasted it on the cardboard, and the husband took the cardboard there and compared and contrasting. So that's how it works for all men. It is a flaw. Because you now buy bread. You now said, no, this is not the kind of bread that I want to buy. No, madam, it's the same name of the bread. You now say, no, this is a different text. You can never satisfy a woman if you go and buy that thing in the market yourself. So just learn the hard way, please. So there's no...
ways to catch these things. Why?
What do you say?
I said, why is it very difficult sometimes for you guys to grasp this, to catch these things?
It's hard. Or if you want to do it, just, when you get there, WhatsApp video or FaceTime. Madam, exactly. Do you approve of what I want to buy? Look at it now. Don't tell me, don't be grumbling at home. Fine, thank you.
Exactly. I love it. I completely love it, actually. But yeah, I hear you. For those of you who are afraid of going to buy sanitary pads,
you can buy condom. You're afraid of buying sanitary pads, but you can buy condom.
Exactly. It's like, what I was about.
Look at your life. Fornicator. Thank God I don't have a shop where I'm selling condom. The way I look at people when they say, please buy condom, I'm like,
let me tell you the truth. If I have such a shop and somebody came to buy condoms, I would dash them another pack. Because what?
It's like your shop will close down very fast. You are paying for everything. You are paying for your orgasm and safe sex, madam. Please, what do you? Am I the one that said you should be knocking me out? Pay. I will increase it. Inflation. I want inflation tax on it again. What do you mean? No.
Oh my God. How people are actually buying condoms though?
No, they don't. The word I say now in the streets that people don't buy condoms anymore. Niggas are skinny dipping. People are skinny dipping.
Love it.
Okay. Because you're skinny dipping.
But really, what we're saying about the pharmacies or the chemists in our environment, my dear, it's not a lie.
They'll not put digestive and Pringles, but you don't have medicine.
See, because now who chop fish drink medicine?
Actually, it's true, sir, because before you apply medicine, you have to eat. So they know they are doing. You first buy biscuits, buy Danish cookies or something. Before we now give you the medicine, else you feel faint.
You understand? According to AG Baby on his Snap, chop. Whoever follows, you follow Adekunle Gold on Snapchat.
I follow him now. My Snapchat is expanding now. I'm following some I'm following some people, some interesting human beings.
Some chefs or what is it?
I don't know. I'm following popular people. I don't know you're going. That part you're going to. I don't have the money. Thank you.
I love it so much. Anyway, Chapo is now drink medicine.
And also there's a difference between chemists and pharmacy. Please know the difference. Some area na chemist we get, and other places is pharmacy. That pharmacy will cut your leg now. Pharmacy, if you go there now, they say Durex is 8,000. On top what, sir? On top what? How much is it? How much is it? What do you say?
Don't kill me. You know that there's actually one Durex that is like, I think about 30 something or 40 something K. That's
if I buy that one, I'm marrying you. There's no point. 30K. No, there's no point. 30K. Oh,
it actually feels so soft. Like the texture is great.
There's nothing. Look, it's not because Adam and Eve, skin to skin was the original before sin came to this world. But look at, you have to manage. You have to manage. Anywho, we actually don't have any topic because Nigeria is boring. Nigeria is not Nigerian right now. Apart from the fact that Kia Cenat came to Lagos and disturbed us for like 3 days or 4 days. And they took him everywhere. Oh, he's one of the biggest streamers in America. You know, he's actually very popular in America. Rappers go to his show, come to his house, as a matter of fact, and they go online, they talk. People like Nicki Minaj have been there, other people have been there. So he's the one that interviewed that Omale's, that babe, her boyfriend. That was him, interviewed him, He wanted to come to Nigeria in December, but he couldn't make it because the video was telling her, look, you want to pull up. The best time to pull up is in December, but I don't think something happened, Sha. So he came now, and he first met Shank, the comedian, and they went to Makoko in Lagos. They also did like content where he had to pick a girl, an African girl, a Nigerian girl, or something like that, like blind date. It's online, it's on Shank's channel. Then finally, the mayor of Lagos finally landed Davido, and Davido put all the stops for him. He showed him the other side of Lagos. The 1% side of Lagos that is balling.
The premium part of Lagos.
Yeah, took him to Obi's house, and it was a shutdown. It was a shutdown. So apart from that, really, I don't think anything has been making the rounds, pop culture wise, in this country. I don't think anything. Politics as usual. Politics as usual has been stupid. They're fighting over budget padding and all that rubbish. Kidnap is on the rise once again. Please be safe.
Yes.
This is not the time to show that you have money in your estates. They are donating for road construction. Donate like 50K. It's not time to be donating 3 million. God will help. God will protect everybody.
I saw a video where.
Yeah.
I saw a video where what's his name? Wike was saying that some of the kidnappings that were saying what do you say?
Fake, orchestrated.
Yeah, so orchestrated.
This is my problem. Nigerian police said it too, but this is my problem. They don't show evidence. Give us like 10 cases with clear evidence that this was orchestrated. You can't just come and tell me, I don't believe the government. I'm sorry. If Wike comes out and says good morning, I'll first check my watch to see if it is actually in the morning. I do not believe Nigerian police. I do not believe Nigerian politicians. Show us evidence. Show us working, undeniable proof that this is true. But until then, you people are talking rubbish. Wike is talking rubbish.
Exactly. Proven. How did they say that in something until proven guilty?
Until proven guilty. Yes, but Nigeria. Guilty until you saw somebody and until you're innocent. Guilty until you sort your innocence out.
You might still be innocent, sir.
You might not be innocent though. Waiting consider.
Yeah, you might not be innocent.
Waiting consider.
They pack everybody join. Plus innocent, plus culprits, everybody. Everybody.
That's how Nigerian police behave. If there's a crime somewhere, they pack everybody. They don't want to know whether you're there. No, everybody to the station first. Honestly, everybody. After that,
question.
That's a place you need to write statements, and you will pay for the statement. You pay for the barrier and the paper.
Yes, so nothing is free in Freetown.
Nothing is free in Freetown or in police cell.
Honestly. See, Nigeria has really been Nigerian, and let me not lie like this. I try as much as possible to stay away from anything that would trigger me wrong, especially this one that I'm dealing with my own demons. I beg,
True.
Make they know the one way I don't know for my head. I beg. But yeah, it's just been a lot of quick economic changes. I was saying a friend of mine that went out of the country in November last year, that when she comes back this month, that the Nigeria she left in November is not the Nigeria there right now. So she should first of all prepare her mind for the drastic change that has happened.
Yeah.
A crate of egg in some places is 4,800 naira.
In some other places, egg is not like luxurious food now. There's no more, no more common balanced diet.
The egg of the gold is the golden geese egg. The
golden goose.
So,
yes.
Exactly. That's what it is really. The egg is golden, really, at this point. If you are thinking of going to go and buy Indomie, a carton of Indomie, small Indomie costs 19,000 naira. For your knowledge. So if you're coming into Nigeria anytime soon, please don't think that it's business as usual. I bought a bottle of Pepsi today. It used to be 100 naira. It's now 300 naira.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least your diabetes now has increased.
Do you understand?
You are paying the price for diabetes. Premium price now for diabetes.
You don't hear me. The price of everything has really shot up. And not just like
the cost of woman now, price has increased. You not just be the price baby anyhow again. Those who know, no, talk that one. Those who know.
I'm so confused at this conversation.
See, I'm talking to my fellow men. Price of babe don't increase now. You know, if you just call anybody now, say, "Oh, come over." It will leave a dent in your. It will leave a dent in your account.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know whether they price babe, but we know the
Ugochi, why you behaving Why are you behaving like this? Why are you behaving like this?
Me, I don't. Why they charge me? They price. I don't know who they price babe.
Oh, okay. Let's leave like that.
They price babe.
I said I'm going to write that article that will expose the transactional sex in Lagos. Don't worry, we are getting there.
But here's the thing, right? I don't have a problem with transactional sex. I'll be very honest, right?
No, but I'm not saying I'm not saying that. Let's just expose it so people can know when your own cut-off mark reach. May not go the overprice what will be your. May not go the price what will do your own, financial brackets.
See, in the great words of Tinubu, again, not verbatim, for there to be a demand, a supply.
When did he say that? When did he say that?
During his, I think when he went to Chatham House.
Oh, that man has said a lot.
Do you understand? When they were asking about oil bunkering, and how he was going to stop not bunkering, but like siphoning crude oil. That's very rampant in the south. Yeah. There were people having extra straws or having connecting pipes to the source and like diverting crude to their own pocket and stuff. When they asked him, he said, "This, I think, if I remember clearly, he said the person who is receiving is equally is also a culprit." He not really give any direct answer. But
Economics 101.
Do you understand? But me, based off of the economics that I read, just the little foundational one that I know, for there to be supply, there has to be demand. So
I'm not judging anybody. I'm just trying to let you know that things have cost. That baby that used to cost you 80K now, things don't, inflation don't enter, SAPA don't enter, so
500%.
So your budget now has to align with the realities of ground. Cut your condom according to your size. That's what I'm telling you.
Condom, don't kill me.
Okay.
See, skincare products have increased. Please don't be calling anybody carelessly too.
On TikTok, people are saying now it's Vaseline. No, say that Vaseline everybody they go back to. There's no more skincare product. Everybody Vaseline. Your eye go. Everybody look bright. You are okay. Thank you. Nobody has to say I want to buy CeraVe Plus because of my my skin balance. No, I can't no balance. You want the skin balance. When I can't no balance, you want make your skin the balance. Sorry, it's not happening like that.
I'm actually going to go and read natural remedies for some of the things that we're using, like niacinamide, vitamins.
You people love aloe vera. You will love natural aloe vera now. You will love it. You will rub it on your face.
Aloe vera is actually really great for the skin, though.
Yes. Now people will not gonna start using herbs. You will not be forced to embrace nature. You will embrace nature. Don't worry.
I love it. I think we already sort of do. So personally, right? I have.
Continue.
No, finish what you wanted to say. I'll tell you first.
I was like, able to go to restaurants now. I'm on the billing now. You will love Mama Put by force now. You will love low income restaurants now. You will love it by force. Have you noticed that restaurant photos now have reduced? All those people that used to go to the restaurant and take pictures, it has reduced now. Because you can't be doing anyhow inside the restaurant. Okay, you will pay for photo now, self. For photo session, you will pay.
Make I know like give you. No be say the photo photo for the restaurants don't they reduce. No, they still take pictures, but they don't necessarily take pictures of the food anymore because
there's no more food again. When you are buying drink. But I know some babes, I know like 2 babes, every weekend they chop outside for big restaurants. Like, hey, I love it. Well done. This economy is for you. This economy is for you. Now you get this economy.
All die. You eat That's your true. Money.
It's true.
Eat your money.
You saving your money and guys catching you. It doesn't make sense.
You understand what I mean? No economic sense whatsoever. See, and you feel they save the money now, make this money day redundant for you for accounts because today's price is not.
Make Cardi B go seize your money like a Mefele. What do you go do?
Oh my God, what happened there? Cardi B and Sis. Cardoso. I'm sorry.
That's what we call it. That's what they call him on the streets now. Cardi B.
I caught that so late. Jesus, that was a slow moment.
Where Cardi B goes to your money like Mefele. What do you go do?
Oh my God! Please, no Cardi B's in this era right now. That Cardi B, I don't understand what is really going on there, but hopefully. Yeah. Nigeria would be. I saw last week that Nana put in the show notes that we spoke about the high cost of Lagos State opting for people renting homes according to
that has to do copy and paste. Read here and well.
No, Nana novice, but we have to cast you right now. Do you want us to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So what did they say? Lagos State wants us to pay according to our income?
Yes, we pay rent according to our income. Why you feel so?
Well, it's not like Wahala, it's good, but can it force like private? I don't think you can force like private like landlords to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's my house at the end of the day. I can do what I want to. If you don't like the price I put on it, it's fine. I think the best they can do is say, instead of annual payments, we'll not turn it to monthly payments. I think that's the first step anyway.
Let's talk about that for a bit, right?
Yeah, first step is not bad. If you are paying 30K every month from your salary for house, I think it makes sense.
How much is your salary?
No. For people so if you're earning like 300K after tax, it's fine. That's 10% of your salary. It's fine. You can donate to that. The issue is that in Nigeria, we like collecting everything in bulk because you don't know tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. So because you now collect this month, then your next month the guy can't pay. So you have to now wait 3 months because the law says you have to wait like 3 months or 2 months for the tenant to find their house before he can leave. You've lost 3 months. You've lost 3 months rent already like that. So I don't think we are structured that way ideally, at least in Lagos. I don't know. Unless the government wants to now have its own houses and flats,
Exactly.
now we do that and not compete with these people and force them to do that. But realistically, people build houses so that they can at least get even within the first 2 years. They can recoup their money in the first 2 years. Then after the third year, they can start seeing profit. I don't think anybody's going to wait 20 years from all these small payments. Yeah, it doesn't make sense for anybody.
I completely agree. I agree with you on some parts. Right? I feel like first off, the Nigerian government always looks at the symptoms and not the root cause of things. Right? We're saying that housing is expensive, and you're saying people are supposed to be paying rent according to how much they earn. First off, real estate is one of the most expensive parts of the economy right now. One of the most expensive.
Cement, of course. Cement is expensive.
Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Cement has skyrocketed.
It has actually reduced. It has come back to something. That's reduced back.
Has it come back to 3K?
It has gone back to what?
Has it come back to 3K?
No, it's not back to 3K yet. Maybe but it's lower than where it was when it went to way high before.
I think I saw 4-5 one place.
Yeah, that's close enough now.
Yeah, that's close enough. But real estate is really expensive in Nigeria right now. If you've tried to look for a house, because I'm passively looking, let me not say passively, I'm actually actively thinking of moving houses. But like, if you've tried to look for a house, you realize that it's really expensive, even to rent, let alone talking about owning a house right now. It's ridiculously expensive. Yeah. I feel like it'd be great to definitely have more affordable housing if the government can look into that again. There's a time in Lagos where we used to have a lot of those sort of government housing. Not even just Lagos.
They actually
in Nigeria.
They actually are in Lagos, but it's not just enough. So there's one that is close to me. It's maybe has like 200 or 100 flats. But this is for if you go and check the price online or more, this is for high income people. And I've seen that particular housing estate duplicated in some certain areas. Not as many as the one in my area, but I've seen it there. But it's just like a drop in the ocean. We need imagine 1004. 10 different 1004s in one local government. Then you are talking. And you are telling them to pay every month. Then you are talking. Then you cannot force these private landlords to now actually adjust to the market. But until we get there.
Exactly.
Until we get there at the end of the day. It's to pay for 1 year in advance.
Honestly. And when you mentioned that Nigerians, we like to have things in bulk, so true, because the economy is so unpredictable. It's why even some people who are driving Uber, they are not used to earning daily. We're not used to earning wages. We're used to earning salaries. So at the end of the month, you get your bulk lump sum.
Yeah, look at Uber now. They don't want the 7 days to wait before we get repayments. Is it cash? Is it card or cash, please? Let me know.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And even I think away from even just that is that thing where we can't, the average Nigerian can't plan around earning daily.
Yeah.
We plan better around earning monthly. So I brought up the Uber guy conversation because I remember having a conversation with an Uber guy one day. He was like, he makes if he takes home 12K a day, right?
Yeah.
But he says that this job is so crazy, it's so shitty, he's not making any money, that his mates, they're in the bank, they're earning 350, la 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 la. And I told him, so you earn 12K every day. How many days a week do you work? He says 6 times a week. So you work 6 times a week and you earn at least a minimum of 12K a day. That's 72K already in 1 week, right? Then you now do that for the 4 weeks and you're already earning almost 300K. And that is it. You have the chance of either earning more than that if you put in more hours, you have a chance of earning more than that if you put in more hours. Now your guys at the bank, whether they work less so, they work more, they earn that 350K. Do you understand? Or that, do you understand what I mean? Or that, but you feel that they are way better off than you because they work in the bank and they earn at the end of the month.
It's not just used to the daily payments. That's the thing.
No, as Nigerians, we are not used to daily payments. So
it's not even daily payment. It's that we don't even get. In America, you have jobs where you are paid daily. That jobs where you are paid weekly. We don't get that for this country unless you are a bricklayer. Unless you are doing daily 2K. Unless you are doing 2K, daily 2K, or you are doing Uber. Like a lot of people. Yeah.
We really don't know how to plan around that sort of money. That's what I'm essentially getting at. If they say we should be paying rent every month, I can assure you, in fact, the things where I don't see for this adulting for this Nigeria, it really they baffle me. A full adult will not want to pay for electricity bill.
Of course, a full plenty.
For repairs. Do you understand what I mean? Now imagine say you can't tell people say make they pay every month for rent. Landlord will cry, house will shut down. I swear. Because a lot of people are so irresponsible that they would not pay that amount of money. They will not pay that money every month.
True.
Yes. They will not pay the money every month. So it can't even, as a people, we're not accountable or organized enough to even have that going for us.
We don't have that kind of structure in our society for us to not say, let's start doing things like this.
You get what I mean? It's crazy.
It's a pipe dream, crazy. Until we get there.
Yeah, but if our government can give us affordable housing in not trenches places, more like mid-brow area.
You don't want affordable housing in Najogule or Mushe?
If they feel upgrade having nice neighbors too is good, right? It also helps with just health. I'm sure that I know that there's one estate, there's one federal housing estate area in Agege, if I'm not mistaken.
On the way to Penn Cinema. On the way to Penn Cinema, there's one badass estate. That estate is like from upper class F.
You see what I mean? So like if we can have like decent areas, with affordable housing, that's one thing that we lack very much in this country. We don't bear in mind the up and coming and the single. Accommodation is always it's relatively more affordable for families than it is for single people.
Yeah.
A single person can be paying 3M for one room. A family can be paying 4M for a 4-bedroom duplex, detached duplex somewhere. Do you get? So it's just crazy. It doesn't really even out. We have very terrible. We have a very weird approach towards housing for single people. Let's not even start going about the gender part of it or the tribal part of it. But yeah, there's just a lot of challenges trying to find housing in Lagos. Especially, I don't want to say in Nigeria in general, but Lagos is particularly difficult, man.
Yeah.
No, it's difficult. But yeah, I mean, let's find out what works for us. I know that one time the Lagos state government was talking about Mama Puts feeding 1,500 people. Every time, always at the detriment of the average Nigerian. So who is going to pay that Mama?
They'll pay her now. They're going to pay her now.
All the Mama Puts that they said.
Yes, now they have to pay them before they can serve now. It's not as if it's free now. You pay them now. Which Mama Put to not say I'm serving people? Are you the person that gave Jesus the loaves and the fish, the loaves of bread and the fish?
If it be, it's possible.
That's so.
It's very, very possible.
That's so. Okay.
Oh my God.
Let's head into flop of the week. So this one is from a tweet. This guy took a picture in the United Kingdom, right, of the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation having a public financial management and IPSAS workshop for state commissioners of finance and officials of OAGF. And people were asking, why is this particular workshop holding in the United Kingdom? If this is a Nigerian thing, this is the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, why is it not being held in Nigeria? Once again, we can clearly see, and I don't care what their reason is, how people are wasting taxpayers' money doing rubbish at the end of the day. This can be clearly done in Abuja, but they wanted to go to the United Kingdom. Maybe there was an event in the United Kingdom that all of us were in, we don't know. But I can bet you taxpayers' money was wasted once again. Once again. And this is the same government that will tell us, oh, there's no money, Nigerians have to tighten their belts, but they don't tighten their belts. They are doing jamboree in the UK, only the name of a workshop. Yes, workshop that they can all come, Zoom link, use one Zoom link, everybody's on it. But no, they waste time.
See themselves.
God help us.
To interact personally. What are we talking about here?
They want to
because the UK, Nigerian extension.
They will still waste money for tickets, accommodation. They will do the allowance and everything. And this is the government that wants us to tighten our belts. I'm not tightening any belts. Any money where I find, they're mad.
Open arm, red leg. What do you mean?
They're mad. They should go and tell their children to tighten their own belts. Okay.
I'm telling you, people will know they wear belts normally.
Abiel. Before we bounce, prop of the week has to go to the legend himself. He just turned 77. It's not Beans. This is one person that every generation of Nigerians can actually identify with and relate with. Everybody knows him. Whether you are watching TV in the 80s or the 70s, where you're watching Hollywood movies in the 90s, down to where we are right now, everybody knows him. He's like an icon. And that is the great Peter Edochie. At 77, he's a true Nigerian legend. Yeah, hold on. He's a true Nigerian legend, a master of the game, master of the arts. You know, who was the lead actor in one of the greatest Nigerian series of all time, mini-series of all time, and that's Things Fall Apart. Today, people still refer him to, they refer to him as the name of the lead character in Things Fall Apart. It's just a shame that a generation has never watched Things Fall Apart. You know, it's just a shame. They've not watched that one of, Peter Edochie, which it scared me when I was watching it as a child. Because that part where Marcos came out, that's about like, yo, fam, this is getting too much. Can we tone it down a little bit? Then years later, I read the book. And when I read the book, I just picture Peter Edochie as Ebube Dike, doing it. It feels natural. That's one of the most natural castings ever in Hollywood,
Honestly.
Yeah. So congratulations to him for turning 77. I'm sure there's going to be a big party in the East, and he deserves it. He deserves every accolade he gets, every commendation he gets. That shout out to a real Nigerian living legend. Shout out to a living Nigerian legend. Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Big shout out to Peter Edochie. Big shout out to turning 77. It's not easy. And just like remaining relevant all throughout the years till now. Happy birthday. If you ever get to listen to this,
Yeah, somebody should plug into 234 Essential. Please plug Baba into 234 Essential, beg.
I'll do your magic now. Work your magic. Write something about Things Fall Apart, Okonkwo, how the actor is still alive.
I'll try and get it. I'll try and get it. That's like the greatest. That's the greatest Nigerian book ever. That's the greatest Nigerian book ever.
No. Cenat really outdid himself writing that. I need to go and read old books again. I've said it 1 million times, but the struggle of adulting for me is so much. It's so heavy.
Sorry.
Oh, God.
So once again, shout out to Peter Edochie, first of his name. Yeah. And with that, we've come to a wrap. Thank you guys for listening to us. We wanted this to be very short, but we almost done 2 hours. Look at God.
I don't know how it happened. When we started, I say, "Ayo, we'll finish quick. I have to go and do work. Look at us now."
Is that email? But thank you for writing that email. If you want to write an email to us about your relationship with Allah or just general life stuff, send it to us at family@234essential.com.
Send feedback there as well, please. You guys send feedback, not just about loving and breaking your heart. Send us feedback on any episode, anything we've said that you want to also just pick on. Send us fan mail and follow us on every social media platform at 234 Essential Podcast. And please, If you haven't honestly followed us, follow us. We do have our plans to get back to regular schedule. We have been releasing the podcast a little late, or not releasing at
we go balance.
Exactly. We're really working on it. Just we're human. That's what we need everyone to understand. And really takes a lot to schedule adult meetings. Trust me, especially if it's not a work meeting. It's so difficult to schedule timing with adults. So that has been a challenge. But we're definitely working towards getting back to regular schedule and just like going on with some plans that are also looking forward towards in this year as well, and in the coming days or months in view. So yeah, keep working with us. Don't give up on us yet. We try our best to ensure that this happens, and we hope that you guys are also happy with the efforts that we're putting in. Yeah. This is also so begging, Sha. And also apologizing for not releasing the podcast on Wednesday. Because I would not say sorry.
Sorry. We don't do like Nigerian government. Just go say, hey.
Exactly.
Sorry.
We are very sorry about that. Please do forgive us. If you are working while you're listening to this and maybe anxiety wants to kill you, just take a breather, feel better, take a walk if possible, and just like distress a little. The anxiety is good. It helps you. It challenges you, you know. So use it to your benefits. Yes, and try to be kind to yourself before anybody else.
Yes. Before we wrap up, what is the title of this podcast? So we can give our honorable Nana to knock it on time.
Big moves though. Okay. That's what's going on here.
All right. We done. Bye, guys.
Stay safe. Be kind.
Bye. And we are done.